Okay.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Ladies and gentlemen!
Hello.
Yes, you're watching Eclecticka. I am Seven. We've got Drew. We've got Chana. That's right, CC, the Greek geek. And we also got Charles, also known as Sensei Vegan. How y'all doing today?
Good. Recovering from vacation right now. That makes no sense, I know, but that's what I am.
That's where you are?
That makes perfect sense.
That's funny.
It's a
That makes
Stacy.
perfect sense.
There's a lot going on. So Happy New Year, all that other stuff. We're going to jump into it. One of the first things I want to say is that, Chana, you just came back from MagFest. So let's get into that.
I did.
Okay.
I brought my badge for show and tell. Complete with shopkeep privileges.
For those that only think New York Comic Con is the only thing that exists, tell these people what is MagFest.
Oh my gosh! So MagFest, which is in the the backwoods southern state of Washington D.C. No, I'm kidding. But MagFest is actually pretty cool. Mag is for music and gaming, so it's not like your typical fan convention where there's a lot of cosplayers. It was actually pretty chill compared to say like Dragon Con. Dragon Con, in terms of like its display and how the people dress, is almost a total contrast to and I think New York Comic Con as well, although I can't say I've been to that one. But MagFest is really chill. It's very much centered around music and gaming, but at the same time there are a few cosplayers who float here and there, and the ones who are there do a very good job. And they put a lot of like thought and work into it, and I think it kind of benefits them because they get more freedom in terms of like photo ops, because everybody's not trying to do the cosplay thing. But it was really cool. I was there Saturday night, and people were like raving and doing random like dance challenges in the hallways, and it was really, really cool. I spent way too much money, but part of that is because I had to do sorority stuff this weekend too. So Hilton from BlurCon said I need to pick a struggle because I have way too many things that I'm involved in.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that's very interesting. We have the Golden Globes tonight, and of course we have the Oscars coming up. But along with the Oscars, we also have the Razzie. Now, Drew, I just want to put a close-up of your face. Hold on a second. Here we go. Close-up of you. What do you think about Batman versus Superman up for a Razzie? And also Assassin's Creed up for a Razzie.
I haven't seen Assassin's Creed. I've seen Batman v Superman several times now. I own it on Blu-ray.
Okay.
So that should kind of give you an idea on it. I'm just going to say, it's a bad film that has great moments in it. I don't know if it's Razzie-worthy.
It's not Razzie-worthy.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's just them collectively. From the comic nerd standpoint, I can see why people would be that upset about it.
Right.
But in my personal opinion, I feel that the parts that I did like, the few parts that were there, barely, maybe even by the skin of its teeth, makes it avoid a Razzie. You give Razzies to movies like The Room, you know?
Okay.
Catwoman.
You're a Catwoman, like movies that across the board are just bad films. So
you guys just can't let this Catwoman thing go, can you?
No, but I'll never let this Catwoman thing go. Here's the thing. It was a bad film, outright. What makes me even more angry is the fact that Halle Berry, to me, I can't even call it a love-hate relationship. It's just varying degrees of hate for her roles. Not her, not the person. I don't know her personally.
Right, but the actress.
Her roles that she picks, I'm so sorry, dude, but she ruined Storm for me in the X-Men.
Wow.
She was not Storm. She was not Storm. I don't care.
I don't think they've ever done Storm justice in any of these movies yet.
Yeah.
She had no personality. She didn't have her persona down. It was just like she looked really cute in a black uniform, and that was about it.
Wow.
For 3 films. So I'm just like, so seeing her that, and then in Catwoman to follow that up, one superhero. So you went from Marvel to DC, and you bombed it twice. At that point, I can't mess with you. I just can't.
Well, number
can't.
one, she probably didn't know much about the role. So she didn't have anything to bring to it. Yeah.
Right.
So she's gone off the directors and the producers.
Yeah.
She's doing what
Storm should have been more of a Jada Pinkett, in my opinion.
That would have been
I think
interesting.
she would have.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That'd been interesting. Yeah. Even going back to the Batman versus Superman, that movie still has one of the best fight scenes in any comic book movie ever. When Batman was fighting in that warehouse, goes down as one of the best fight scenes in any movie. I mean, they bought it there. But, I mean, the script was just kind of all over the place. But
the fight scene was sweet. I'm not even going to lie.
Well, one of the best Batman fight scenes ever.
Well, scripts that tend to go well are usually the scripts for the animations. What do you think, Drew?
Okay, so thank you. Happy news. I can actually kind of just jump ship from the whole Halle Berry. My favorite character who you brutally fist raped. I can just be happy now. So,
but ouch.
My boy Matt Ryan, who has basically earned. I think he's become this character. I feel like in the same vein. I maybe jumping the shark here on this one,
right?
But in the same vein that Hugh Jackman kind of like solidified his career with Wolverine, I feel like Matt Ryan has that same potential with Constantine.
Wow.
Because the show he was on the live action show. For those of you who are living under a rock and weren't watching, Constantine,
which is most of us.
Beg your pardon?
Which is most of us. I did watch it, but
sorry, then that made me sound like a jerk.
No.
So there was the live action film.
Intervention right now.
No, I did watch it, but after a while it was like
it was fine. It didn't give it. That's the problem. It was put on the death slot on Fridays at 10 p.m. Right. It wasn't given a chance to really pick up momentum because by the time that first season ended, I'm just like, yo, that was live. That was about to get great. The show got canceled. However, the fan response for Matt Ryan himself, his portrayal was so on point for John Constantine that it's just like, dude, we'll just take that character, ship him over to Arrow.
Yeah, that's right. Right, same dude.
That was a good.
What is Constantine? He was
good. And after that, they got him for the animated film for Justice League Dark, which I'm excited about. I love my animation. I'm a big kid, but I love all those. And now he's going to get his own show. So I feel like they're trying to just find ways to keep him doing that performance of Constantine because he's great at it. He's good. He's basically ripped from the pages.
Well, even Constantine in the movie, the film was good. The Constantine movie with Keanu Reeves was a good effing movie. It was good, man. It just didn't catch on. I think with us, you know what I mean? In the comic book realm was awesome, but mainstream, it didn't hit. Constantine was a good effing film.
Well, you know, the problem with that, in my opinion, is they had a great film and they didn't promote it correctly. They didn't really push it for all those that didn't know it. They said, hey, we got Keanu Reeves. He did The Matrix. We're golden. And they just sat back and let everything go on autopilot. And then when it didn't connect with people, what should we do now? Let's let it burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to promote. But I don't think his name, I mean, he has a great name. I mean,
right.
But for a film like that, you have to promote it. You can't ride off his name. Because if you think about the films that he does anyway, look at Matrix. No one knew anything about that effing movie. Even when it came out, people didn't even understand the movie. And it still was like a very up and down type of thing. He doesn't take mainstream roles anyway. So anything he takes is usually offbeat.
But Matrix was a great film. The first one.
It's a love or hate thing. But the thing is,
you like that, right, Shauna?
Like it, yes, I was waiting for it.
That's the thing with the Matrix. Either you like it or you don't like it. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
So now, what is this Supergirl Flash Arrow Legends photo you sent me, Drew? What's that about?
That's just to announce what we already knew was going to go down. They picked up all our shows for future seasons. I feel that Arrow has run its course and should just kind of be done. I'm sorry. The season's been okay. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like after the He spent how many years on the island? 4 years, 5 years?
Oh my goodness, they're stretching that like.
We're already in the 5th year. But the thing about it is, it's gone so far afield when it comes to him being on the island, because as we come to find out, he wasn't even on the island the whole time.
Right. Now he was like,
away.
they're over with the island, but now they come up with excuses for him to be somewhere.
Now he's in Russia. Now he's here. Now he's jet setting. Now he was working with Amanda Waller this whole time. Just like, that's not Arrow. You guys want him to be Batman. Arrow can go. The Flash, I feel it's finding its way. It's dope, you know. Legends of Tomorrow is probably my favorite one out of the batch.
It's
I gotta
nice.
say.
Yeah,
I love Legends of Tomorrow.
Taking that.
So
I'm gonna put up this picture of animation, just because I'm such a DC animation fan as well. Drew, I agree with you. They knock it out every time. I think we've said that in so many shows, but it's true.
not every time. Not every time. Well, not every time. They have had missteps. They had misfires. But yeah. They do better than a lot of others. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
This is going back to what I said how many times. Every character cannot have his own show. And I'm thinking with the Flash, you can only go but so far with the Flash. Think about the Flash and have all these other supporting characters. That show would not. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
There's only but so many characters that can actually carry a whole mainstream show by itself. Not many.
Yeah. It's just not enough character development.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Better character development, 100%. Yeah.
They still don't know what to do with Wonder Woman, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's sad, man. That blows me.
They don't.
You know, they just keep reaching. Should we go further with the Zeus thing, magic thing, flying thing?
Right.
You know,
pick a struggle once again.
Yeah.
So, well, we talked about casting a lot, on and off air. Vincent D'Onofrio, he might be in the proposed Moon Knight film. I don't know if that's gonna happen. It's been a rumor, but then he's also putting out tweets and stuff too, saying, yeah. You know, if it's happening, I'm in it.
Dude, yeah, we're in it. But is everyone else going to be in it? If you go to your average person in the street and you say, "Hey, there's going to be a Moon Knight show," they would be talking about Cats the Musical or something, dude.
Yeah.
Because they don't know who Moon Knight is, bro.
Here's the thing. I was a big-time hater of Moon Knight way back when.
Yeah,
I thought that he was just a bootleg, white-clad Batman. But then I read the...
Yeah, that's basically what he is.
I read the comic.
The average person isn't going to know, so they're going to be like, "Who? Moon Knight? What?" Yeah, so I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
And when it comes to the casting thing, my thing is this. Let me give it proper context, Evan.
Right.
Someone asked Vincent D'Onofrio, "Hey, if someone asked you to be on this successful Marvel television show, would you take this role?" That's like asking someone, "Yo, so if you, were sitting in your room and someone came up to you and said, 'Hey, we want to give you $1 million for no apparent reason,' what would you say?"
Wait. Let me think.
How do you do that?
Oh man, well, look at the power of Star Wars. Now we talk about star power. We got our boy, that might be in Pacific Rim, and I'm talking about John Boyega.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so he's supposed to be in allegedly Pacific Rim 2.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So that'll be very interesting. He's a really good actor. That Star Wars reboot, it was okay, but I know he's a really good actor, and seeing the other stuff that he's been in, so hopefully he'll really be able to do his stuff that he's able to do in this sequel. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Pacific
Rim, from what at least from the last time I saw it, it was like one of those kind of spacey movies that is like really has a diverse casting, and I like that. And it's like a good casting too.
Yeah, I thought the casting was pretty diverse, underrated film. Again,
Exactly, and it's good
under
acting
the
too. Yeah.
radar. And I think that was actually one of the few films that, when it came out, kind of slid under the radar. Then from word of mouth, the numbers actually went up the following
Mhm.
week. They didn't go down; they actually went up. So yeah, looking forward to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. That reminds me a lot of Princess Mononoke because it picked up more of a following kind of after it was released, at least in the United States.
It's coming out again.
It is. I'm so glad you brought that
It's
up.
released in a couple of weeks. Yeah, that was
No, it's
was
coming
great.
out tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to princessmononoke20.com and you can get tickets. It's pretty in a substantial number of theaters. And if you guys go to my Facebook page, CC the Greek Geek, you can check out. Actually, no, you don't even have to do that. You can go to Sev Network and check out a new video tribute to Princess Mononoke that I did.
Yeah. That's been
Yay.
20 years already. Daggone. Wow.
I know, like what the heck.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Do you guys are you guys fans of Key and Peele by any chance?
Of course. I mean, I am. Yeah.
Of course,
Yes.
it won't fill the Chappelle Show void, but I do like Key and Peele.
Yeah, no. We'll save that for another show.
Yeah,
Ouch.
exactly.
Key allegedly is supposed to be in the cast of Predator.
What?
I know it's random, right?
Yeah, that's real random.
Where would he even fit in that?
Yeah,
But
yeah. He does seem like a good actor, though. So I would be interested in seeing him diversify his role a little bit. His skill set.
yeah, that would
because
be
he would
awesome.
be like one of the Wayans brothers. Every time you see him in a serious role, you want to laugh. You
Yeah,
understand?
that's true. You got to be careful. So maybe he feels like he's trying to do that now before he gets too big, because Key and Peele is like, I feel like it's a household name depending on the generation. Like millennials know Key and Peele, but there's still a good section of people who don't really know who they are.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Can't see what you are showing me, Seven, but that looks like Magic from X-Men.
You sent me the picture.
Okay. All right, just put the picture closer to my face. Look at it.
Look at it.
So, was this because of the new X-Men movie that they're currently putting
Yeah,
together?
I mean, they seem to do a really good job. This is Anya Taylor-Joy. She might be a mutant, allegedly, and they're choosing really beautiful women all the time. But will this come off? Because I mean, all right, we know the hype of DC, we know the hype of Marvel, and they're gonna spit out 5,000 films, but I mean, I think they're at that point now. They really could just choose people really good for the roles. Like people already bought into it. It's not about just using a name
Right.
to fill the seats, you know. So like for instance, Drew, if we wrote a script together and we say, hey, we want to get this made, one of the first questions, hey, who's signed on for the film, who's attached to it. But when you got these properties, the properties is what you need.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so even your boy Shawnee, your boy, what's his name from Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise. I mean, he's had
Wait,
some
Tom
flops.
Cruise is your boy? I'm sorry, not to derail from
We went to high school together.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
sorry. No, I'm gonna be a savage. So, was he as big a dial tone then as he is now in all the movies?
oh, oh my
Wow.
goodness.
That was. I'm ducking from that punch, man. Wow.
Right.
Put your blasters on stun.
And no, to borrow a phrase from the great Grand Moff talking, you may fire when ready. So that's how I do it.
Oh my goodness! But it doesn't, it doesn't matter. Like when is Hollywood going to realize that extra 5-10 million you're putting into your A-listers, put it into the script. Hire some more people to tweak the script.
Yeah.
I think that is the biggest thing. Is you don't need big A-listers for these movies. Work the effing script, man.
Yeah, it's tiring when you see them as all your they can't be everybody. Like you said, Will Smith can't be everybody. He can't be Hancock. He can't be Deadshot.
He
like,
can't be an African doctor that speaks with a really bad accent, but
nah,
magically knows stuff about concussions and stuff.
Yeah,
right. Like there are actual Africans that exist.
that's what I'm
Believe
saying.
it
You
or
have
not.
African actors, man. Get them to play the role. They can play the role.
Right.
And by the way,
Right.
disclaimer, I love you, Will. Come on, man. I
I do
love you.
too, but
Yeah,
man,
we love Will. We love Will. But I mean, really, like, are we that short on Japanese people that Scarlett Johansson got to be the major? Like, what is going on
if
Oh,
here?
man.
anything, Will should have been working on a sequel to Hancock. Anything?
Yeah, that's true.
He
Develop the
could have been
character
doing a
you
sequel to
already got.
Hancock.
Right.
Do a sequel.
Or the movie version of French Prince in Bel Air.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everything else is turned into a movie. Why don't we make that a movie?
Right.
Right.
You know,
Right. While we're out of ideas.
Tatiana Ali's all grown and, looking good and stuff.
Oh, I do want to say this. We were talking about the Razzies and someone brought up Assassin's Creed. I did go see Assassin's Creed. Okay? And I do want to say this. If they wouldn't have made the movie like the game, the movie would have been okay. The action was all right,
Wow.
but it kept jumping between time periods. It didn't work. Why didn't they just focus on the main character and show what he did being an assassin? That's all you have to do. They were jumping from past to future. And it got
Yeah, I
like,
heard that. You're not the first person to issue that complaint. Now, here's my thing on it. I'm kind of in a weird stance with this because yes, I played the game. I only played the first one. I only played the first one
That's all
and the
you
one
need.
that had the Fry twins in it. Now, I was blown away. I walked in completely blind to that game, and I thought that it was strictly a period piece, right? A game that took place at that period of time. Walk in to come to find out that there's a sci-fi slant to it. I'm just like, yo, this is mind-blowing. I'm walking in more as a casual observer and a sci-fi fan rather than I am a video game fanatic. So people that I know, I've asked them, it's like, yo, so as a sci-fi film, or even just as a film, you have to take out the genre for it. As a film, how does it hold up? Just separate yourself from your ire and anger as a video game for like fiend. But as a film, how was it?
action wise, it was good. Fight scenes were good. Jumping from the buildings looked phenomenal. It was just, again, after you see that stuff and you're hopscotching all over the place, it just took you out of the film. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
That script was not tight. It wasn't tight.
Yeah, because I thought that they were going to focus on one. Like, my assumption was that they were going to focus on one time period.
Yeah.
This movie, and then kind of leave it open for a sequel where they kind of do the time travel thing a little bit more.
See,
But
when
yeah,
they,
that's kind of weird.
the Animus machine, if you know what that is since you played the game, if they would have left that out of there, just leave that part out. If you're going to do a sequel, try to wease it in some other type of way. But for the first one, I would have left that effing machine out. That film would have been phenomenal. But again, jumping from the Spanish Inquisition to present time and all this, and it didn't work. The script was not tight.
That's interesting because there's so many times we had conversations and you guys would say, stay true to the source material. Well, this is where the source and the film just doesn't work.
See, that's the thing. You can't, and I think we said this before, you cannot make a video game a movie. It's either you're going to take that subject matter and make that the movie, but to try to bring the whole video game essence in, it's not going to work.
Right, you got to make the concept the movie, not the video game itself.
Exactly.
Wow.
You hit it all right. Exactly. Yeah. That's where they screwed up, Drew. They try to make it too much like the game instead of just saying, "Hey, let's focus on the assassins and what they do and what they did." Instead of everything else. If I want to play the game, I'll just throw the game in, and that's where it kind of screwed up. Yeah.
Right.
Well, this is something very interesting. Rogue One is the #2 Star Wars movie at the U.S. box office.
Wow.
That's kind of crazy, considering it's, it does not. So far, they have not made a better Star Wars movie than the first original 3, in my opinion.
Right.
But,
I agree with that.
But you think it's just because more people are turned on to Star Wars, pop culture, more people are going to the movies, there are more humans on the planet? Because there's a lot of movies that are constantly making like the top 5, top 20, it's like to the point you're like, well, these movies are nowhere near better than Jaws, Indiana, Jones and Temple of Doom or I don't know.
This,
Yeah.
I think,
Well, it's a new generation, I think, too.
yeah. But I think out of like you said, out of all the Star Wars movies, to me, this was the one that stuck closest to that original format of the first three. To me, anyway.
Uh-oh, Drew, I see you. I see you
To
shaking.
me,
Your nerves are like. I saw you twitch. Do you agree?
What? Oh, I almost dropped my phone.
Oh, okay.
I
You had that nervous twitch, like, no, I don't. No, I
you
don't.
got the
This
thriller
does not
dance going
compute.
on.
No, I'm listening.
Not compute. Not compute. Stay on target.
No, man. Some of them other Star Wars movies really didn't do it for me. This one to me was stuck really good with the original
Uh-huh.
Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. To me, anyway, that was my opinion.
Well, it was supposed to be the transition. So it would to create that the time period, the feel, the magical time period. I mean, that was the whole point. I fell asleep during the movie. And I'm a Star
I
Wars
didn't
fan, so
sleep. I didn't. I like that they didn't overdo it. They didn't try to overdo it and add too much. I thought it was just a good balance. To me, yeah.
I would say visually it was beautiful. But the last several films they've done, even if you don't like the reboots, even though they're the prequels, but I still think they're reboots because they kept the format so much. You might as well intertrain this movie with that one, whatever. But visually, I have to say the Star Wars franchise, as far as effects, it's becoming more and more beautiful. The way they're creating these worlds. And Drew, you made a comment about that last show, how when you saw the movie, you really get a feel that there was a team just focusing on creating a world. And I thought that was also, pretty cool. But script wise, I had so many problems with it that it became annoying. It took me out of the imagination, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Spit it out. Spit it out.
Run that
So-
one more time. I'm sorry.
just trying to do that one more time. What was it?
What was it? I'm sorry. I'm spazzing.
Go ahead.
Wait.
The I don't know what the word or expression you gave. You're like.
I was I'm a million miles away right now. Sorry.
I'm out of it,
I'm
man.
recovering right now. I have 0 HP. So
Oh my goodness.
Where'd you go?
I was in Arizona, and then I was in San Francisco, and then I got to drive like 8 hours.
Wait a
So-
minute. So that's 8 hours without you playing video games? Are you okay?
No, I played video games. That's what kept me up most nights.
Oh, okay. You guys, before we go, oh no, we're running out of time. I guess we'll talk about, we got some Power Ranger news, but I guess we'll do that next time. So, yeah, that's it. You're watching Eclecticka. We're here live. Thank you very much. So, Drew, you survived. So, all right, CC.
Peace, guys.
Made it.
All right there, Charles. Drew, give us that sign out. You're watching Eclecticka, and we'll see you next week live. Have a good one. And yeah, check us out, SCVnetwork.com and all that other good stuff and social media, blah, 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 blah.
Take it easy, guys.